Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve LintCode problem 744, sum of first k even length palindrome numbers. So this problem was asked by Facebook, as you can see it. So let's go through the description. Given an integer k, find sum of first k even length palindrome numbers. Even length here refers to number of digits of number is even. So for example, they have given us first example where k is equal to 3. So first even length number is 1, right? 11. Then the second one is 22 and third one is 33, right? This is the even length, means this is 2 is the length, right? So it is even length basically. So we have to calculate the total of these three and we have to return that as our answer, right? So let's take one example over here where k is equal to 10. So the approach that we are going to take to solve this problem is we have to find out the first k even length integer palindromes, right? So what we will do is we will write one for loop that will go from 1 to k, right? And then we will read I. So I will be 1 first. First I will be 1, right? So we will just convert this 1 into a string and we will append this string with its reversed string. So we will reverse 1. So reverse 1 is also 1, right? So now our string becomes 11, right? 1, 1. So this is our reverse string. We will use a string buffer, right, to reverse the string basically. And then we will convert this string into integer. So first number will become 11, right? Here, as it said 11. Then I will become 2. So I will become 2. So now we will reverse this string I, right? So 2 reversed string is again 2, right? 2 plus, so 2, 2. So 22 is the reverse string. So we will convert that 22 into integer. So this is how the palindrome becomes 22 here, right? So similarly, you can see that we will keep going. So why we are doing it? Because we want even length palindromes, right? Even length. So now if we get one length like I is equal I1 means 1 plus 1 becomes even length, right? So this is even length. Length is 2. 22 length is 2, right? 33 length is 2. So it is even length. So when we reach 10, so when k becomes 10, then we will get 10 here. So we will reverse this 10. So reversed 10 will become like 0, 1, right? That is the reversed 10. So we will just, this is the string that we get after appending 1, 0 and with 0, 1, right? So we will just convert this one into integer as you can see it here, right? So this one is 1001. So this is the integer and we will just make summation in the for loop, right? This for loop we will make the summation of all the palindromes that we are getting here, right? So this is the first 10 palindromes which are even length basically, right? So that is the approach that we are going to take to solve the sum of first k even length palindrome numbers asked by Facebook. So let's take a look. The implementation is not that complicated. It's very easy, in fact. So we have just implemented one reverse function. So it takes a string, it uses string builder, and string builder has a reverse method, right? So it just uses that method and it reverses the string. For example, if we get 1, 0 as a string, then it will give us reverse string which is 0, 1, right? So that is what it does. So this is a auxiliary function that we implemented. It should be private, sorry. And then this is our sum k even function that is given to us and k is given to us. So what we will do is we just implement, like we just have a variable called as sum, and this is our for loop that will go from 1 to k, right, as we discussed here. So for loop will go from 1 to k and we will read the I value here as a num and we will make that reverse the num basically here, right? So this is a reverse num and we will just append num with the reverse num. For example, here we get 1 and we will just reverse 1. So reversed 1 will be again 1, right? And we will just append this 1 with 1 basically. So that's what we are doing to get the string num. And we will just convert this string number into a integer.parseInt we will use to convert it into int, right? So that we can make it like add it into our sum variable, right? So this is how the for loop will run through 1 to k, and it will keep adding into the sum the even uh, length palindromes, right? And since we are reversing it and then appending it with its reverse number, it will always generate a even length palindrome. So what this next step is, like, this one is even length palindrome, right? So that's what it is generating, because we are always appending it. So if you have one length, 1 plus 1 means 2 length. If you have 2 length, 2 plus 2 is 4 length. So always it will generate even length palindrome automatically, right? So that is the logic that we used, and at the end we have to just return the sum. So here we will first take 3 and then we will take 10. So the examples they gave us, we will try on them. So as you can see, 66, which is we are getting correct. Now we will just do on 10. So make sure 10 is 1496. So 10 is 1496, which is also correct, right? As they are also getting 1496 here. So we are confident about this solution, so we can just submit it. So our solution got accepted with almost 78% faster than others, which is pretty good. So this is the way you can solve sum of first k even length palindrome numbers. So we'll just summarize it. We just use a for loop from 1 to k, and we take every I we will take, for example, 1, 2, and we will reverse that, and we will append it to itself, like 1 with 1, 2 with 2, like that basically. And this logic works because after appending it to itself, it always generates even length number, right? Even length palindrome numbers, basically. That's why the logic works. So that's it about the problem 744. This is a Facebook problem, so make sure you understand it and solve it. When you are implementing solutions, please make sure not to use IDs, just handwrite the solutions. So in many times in interviews you don't get any IDs or autocomplete, or in the coding exams also you might have to write by hand. So make sure you can write the Java code without IDs. Also check out my playlist, like a Leetcode playlist is there, which has over 100 solved problems of all kind of varieties, including dynamic programming, binary search, priority queues related problems, as well as string problems that were asked in interviews by big tech companies such as Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, and many others. So please go through them. It will give you a hands-on experience on coding interview problems. As well as there is another playlist called as Java Interview. It has a like previously asked telephonic and phone interview questions discussed in details and how to answer those questions, as well as some Java conceptual and theoretical questions are also there. So please go through it and practice it if you are preparing for coding or telephonic Java interviews. If you find this video helpful, please like it and subscribe it. Your subscription will be really valuable to us, because that is the way the video can go and reach to more people. They can also watch the videos and they can also get benefited when they are preparing for their interviews. So please subscribe it, and thanks for watching the video.